Hello.
Okay. Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. We have Umme Habiba. How are you, Umme Habiba?
I am fine. What about you?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. Okay, so Umme Habiba is with us, and Umme Habiba is going to present. Or before the presentation, I would like to invite her to introduce herself. So, Umme Habiba, पहले आप अपना तारुफ कराइए, introduce yourself, and then start with your presentation.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Umme Habiba. I have done my bachelor's from Iqra University and right now I am working as a numeracy teacher and coordinator from FS in Karachi High School. Thank you.
Okay. So, Umme Habiba, first tell what's your topic?
Okay. Imagine a classroom where the traditional roles are revised, where students become the teachers and teachers become the facilitators of learning. Welcome to the world of the flipped classroom. So, today my topic is the flipped classroom, a modern tour to learning. I will ask one question that what exactly is a flipped classroom mean? Is anybody know the what is the meaning of flipped classroom? Okay, so the basically flipped classroom is a new way of learning where students watch or read lessons at home and do hands-on activities in class. It helps students learn actively, get individual attention, and think critically. That is the meaning of flipped classroom. Next slide.
Okay.
Okay, so the agenda of the flipping the classroom is key highlights, benefits, and impact strategies to flip classroom. In this session, we will talk about flipping the classroom, which is a new way of teaching and learning. We will discuss why it can be beneficial and how it can make a positive impact on students. Flipping the classroom means that students will watch or read lessons at home instead of the class. This allows them to learn or at their own pace and review the material if they need to and giving them a chance of involvement in learning procedure. When students come to class, they perform activities and having discussions related to what they learned at home. This makes the class more interactive and helping students think critically in their classmates. During this session, we will share strategies on flipping the classroom effectively and we will present right resources and effectively integrating them. By the end of the session, we will be able to highlight the benefits of flipping classroom and have practical ideas on implementing in their teaching and learning procedure. Next slide. Okay, in this slide, what do you observe in this picture?
Okay, teacher is giving instruction and the student is taking the instruction. It's a one-way process.
Okay. And when we go to the flip classroom, so that means students will learn whatever they review about the topic, and then they will come in the class and tell the teacher that what they will learn. Next slide. Okay. So the flipping the classroom, that means what do you mean by flip? Can anybody tell me the meaning of flip?
Flip means to switch from one activity to other or to change the position wherever the learning happens, like from
Yeah,
class to
exactly.
any other like library or maybe ground or maybe the garden.
Exactly. When we talk about flipping the classroom, it means changing how we learn. Instead of getting lessons in class and doing homework at home, we switch things. Like when the teacher start the lesson, so uh, on that time teacher will not told anything. They will write the chapter and give the resources to the students, and give the homework that you will go at home and search about the topic, and when you will come back, so then we will discuss about that topic. Not teacher will introduce the topic. When children will come, so they will introduce the topic, that what is the lesson and why we will read that, or like this. How do you flip classroom?
Okay, so Habiba, you want to say that the flipped classroom is a strategy of a modern teaching, not the traditional one. Like we should move
Exactly.
on from tradition to the modern teaching, and then we integrate so many things into our studies.
Yes. So how do you flip classroom? Can you please tell me?
Sorry, repeat your question, Habiba.
How do you flip classroom? Like, okay, so to flip the classroom, teachers can send tutorials or lessons for us to study at home. This can be videos, online modules, or reading materials. We can optimize learning to our feasibility. In this slide, we will talk about technology integration. What is technology?
Technology is whatever we are using right now.
Yeah, a previous slide. Move on the previous slide.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so using technology eases the implementation of flipping classroom. Teachers can use tools like videos or online platform to share the lessons easily, and students will learn and review about the topic that the teacher have given. The next is learning at home. Learning at home in a flipped classroom help us become better at learning on our own. We can learn with modifications and clear self-dependency, suiting our learning style.
Okay,
Increase.
so Umme Habiba, can you please tell us how learning happens at home? Like you're talking about learning at home. So, is there any sort of instruction to be given to the kids to learn at home, or they can learn themselves at home?
No, teacher will provide the things like teacher will provide the resources or some links to watch the videos and uh, write about on that topic. So teacher will
Okay,
provide the material, and then children will learn about
okay,
अपने
thank you,
own
Habiba.
से वो
Yes,
search करेंगे.
ठीक है,
Okay,
ठीक है.
increasing self learning. What do you think about that word, increasing self learning? The main idea behind flipping the classroom is to utilize a valuable in class time for more interactive and collaborative activities such as discussions, problem solving, hands on activities, and like more much. Instead of passively listening to lectures, like for example, हमारे classes में in traditional classrooms, we observe that teacher will explain the whole lesson, and children will sleep at the class. They will not uh, mm, like take participant on that topic, and children will bore about the lesson. But in the flipping classroom, so children will सर्च अबाउट द टॉपिक. जब वो पहले से पढ़कर आएंगे एक चीज को, तो वो इंटरेस्ट लेंगे उस चीज में. वो बताएंगे कि हम ये करके आए हैं, and this is the main thing, and that is the main idea, like this. Easing students learning. This approach accommodates diverse learning styles and allows students to progress at their own pace, ensuring that they grasp the fundamental concept before moving on to more complex topics. And last, assessing students in class. The assessments provide immediate feedback, like जब बच्चे पढ़कर आएंगे उस टॉपिक के ऊपर, तो अगर ऑन द स्पॉट टीचर कोई असेसमेंट भी लेता है तो दे नो अबाउट द टॉपिक. वो सेल्फ लर्निंग करके आ रहे हैं, टीचर पे डिपेंड होके नहीं आ रहे कि टीचर ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया टॉपिक और उन्हें पता ही नहीं है कि टॉपिक में क्या हो रहा था. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Okay. Um, in this slide shows the flipping classroom is sending resources at home where students can optimize their learning to their comfort. Ask students to prepare notes. Teacher will ask that this is the topic, and when you will come back tomorrow, so you will write on the notes on the same topic. What they learn helps them to pen down their understanding in class, have healthy discussions, and learn students to learn from their peers. Peer means their friends, like when we sit together. So if they both are before uh, learned about the topic, so they know about the topic, and teacher will give any task, तो वो दोनों मिल के आपस में डिस्कशन करेंगे, तो हेल्दी डिस्कशन भी होगी और दे बोथ लर्न टुगेदर. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Key highlights lesson sent for self reading. uh, First, you will receive a lesson to read or study by yourself at home. Take your time and understand the material. Next step, there will be a specific point on a topic to focus on from the lesson. Pay extra attention to that part and make sure you understand it well. When you come to class, we will test what you have learned, and we will to do activities or have discussions related to the lesson. This is a way to see how much you understand and apply your knowledge. So basically, in short, you will read the lesson at home, focus on important points, and then we will check your understanding in class. It's way to make sure you learn and participate actively in your education.
Okay.
uh, okay. In a flipped classroom, activity means getting students involved and exciting about learning through discussions, exercises, and peer teaching and group discussions. So basically, the first point is discussions. Is discussions are important in the class or not?
Yes, I think yes, this discussion is very important in the class. But can you tell us that is there any way of discussion other than classroom?
Um, okay. So like other than classroom. So if the topic is like
I think it depends upon the age of the students. Like if they are in grade 6 or maybe in higher grades, so they can collaborate using the technology, right?
yes, exactly. So discussions play a vital role in the activation phase. During class, students actively participate in conversations related to the lesson material. They share their thoughts, ask questions, and exchange ideas with their classmates and the teacher. So these discussions help deepen understanding, encourage critical thinking, and promote active learning in the classroom. Same as exercises is also play a vital role, like students engage in hands-on activities or problem solving exercises. So these exercises will allow students to practice and reinforce what they have learned, improving retention and understanding. Peer to peer teaching is an effective way to active learning, activitate learning. uh, जब भी हम स्टूडेंट्स को कोई इंडिविजुअल टास्क देते हैं, तो वो इतने अच्छे से उसमें पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करते जितना वो अपने पेयर के साथ वर्क करने में हैप्पीली फील करते हैं, क्योंकि समटाइम्स क्लास में कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जो कि इजीली अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर पाते, वो उनको आइडियाज तो आते हैं बट दे विल नॉट शेयर विद द टीचर, but if the teacher will pairing the children, so they easily tell that this is my thoughts, and we will talk about on that thing.
Yes,
Group
very right,
discussion is
Habiba. बिल्कुल ठीक.
uh,
It's just like if we are reading a book or we get bored with it, या फिर कोई भी हम studies या कोई चीज़ कर रहे हैं तो alone इतना ज़्यादा एक्टिव नहीं रह पाते, कंसिस्टेंट एक्चुअली नहीं रह पाते जितना अपने
एग्जैक्टली
फ्रेंड्स के साथ एंजॉय करके हम कर सकते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली और समटाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि सेम टॉपिक पे हमें वो आइडियाज नहीं आ रहे होंगे जो सामने वाले को आ रहे होंगे,
Exactly.
और
So
जो
we can say
हमारे पास
two
आ रहे
heads
होंगे.
are better than one, right?
Exactly.
जी.
So the next is group discussion. Group discussion are also is an essential part of the activation phase. Students work together in small groups or discuss and analyze the lesson content. They can share their perspective, debates, different viewpoints, and collaborative learning in collectively solutions or ideas. So, if we conclude all the things, so basically, flipped classroom involves engaging students through discussions, exercises, and peer-to-peer teaching and group discussions. These activities foster active participation and collaboration and effective communication skills, ultimately enhancing the learning experiences. So the next is benefits and impact. What do you think about if we will use this technique or this approach in the classroom? So what are the benefits or impact uh, we can see? Okay, this next slide. Okay, so there is a teacher's benefits and impact. The number one is time effective. uh, Flipping the classroom saves teachers times also, like जब हम कोई टॉपिक इंट्रोड्यूस कराते हैं तो उसे हमें बहुत डिटेल में पहले तो स्टार्टिंग में बताना पड़ता है अगर हम ट्रेडिशनल मेथड यूज करें. बट इफ वी विल यूज फ्लिपिंग द क्लासरूम मेथड और अप्रोच इन द क्लासरूम, सो हम बच्चों को टॉपिक पहले से बता देंगे. दे विल गो एट द होम एंड लर्न अबाउट दैट टॉपिक, एंड जब वो क्लास में आएंगे तो उनको भी पता होगा कि ये हमारा टॉपिक है और हमें इसमें किस तरीके से डिस्कशन करनी है. तो उसमें टीचर का भी टाइम सेव हो रहा है. They can use class time more effective through interactive activities and addressing specific challenges or questions. The second is focus on objects. Flipping the classroom helps teachers focus on specific learning goals. By providing materials or self-study, teachers ensure that students have a good foundation. This allows teachers to dive deeper into complex topics. The next is developing concept. So, by learning at their own pace, students can explore the material and go back if they need to. This helps them think critically, learn independently, and use concept in real life situations. The next is role shift. Flipping the classroom changes the teacher's role. Instead of just giving information, teachers become guides and helpers. They can give personal attention and support individual needs and encourage the teamwork. Improvising environment. Classroom gives teachers more flexibility, and teachers can try different teaching methods using technology and make learning more engaging and fun. Student focus. Student focus, that means student centered learning. फ्लिप क्लासरूम में जो बच्चे हैं वो स्टूडेंट सेंटर्ड हो जाते हैं, टीचर सेंटर्ड नहीं रहता फ्लिप क्लासरूम. Student centered means that the children will learn by themselves. So, flipping the classroom focus on students they can learn at their own pace and take part in class discussion and activities. So, in the simple words, flipping the classroom has many benefits. Teachers save time, focus on goals, help students understand concept, and change their role and create a flexible learning environment. Students can learn at their own pace and participate in class and become independent learners. Okay. So students, what can students benefit? In this approach, students benefits are self learning, critical thinking, evaluating the postures, peer interaction, and collaboration. So, flipping the classroom helps students learn on their own, think critically, evaluate their understanding, interact with classmates, collaborative, and get immediate help when needed. It gives them more control over their learning and encourages teamwork and problem solving. Okay, so strategies to flip the classroom. What are the strategies when we apply this technique in our class? So the first is selecting lesson. Choose the right lesson or topic that work well for self study at home. Pick ones that are important and suitable for this approach. Home task as lesson. Assign self learning on key highlights which students can do at home instead of traditional homework. Okay, this will be the main learning material for the lesson. They can include reading, watching videos, or using online resources. Drafting key elements. Identify the most important part of the lesson that students should focus on and make sure that they understand the key points well. Provide clear instructions and guidance on what to pay attention to. जो भी आप बच्चे को काम दे रहे हैं उसमें आपको उसको क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शंस देनी है ये नहीं कि वो कंफ्यूज हो जाए और उसे पता ही ना हो कि अगर ये टॉपिक है तो हमें इसको किस तरीके से करके आना है सो टीचर विल गिव द क्लियर इंस्ट्रक्शन टू देयर स्टूडेंट्स
और दे
करेक्ट
कैन गिव द इंस्ट्रक्शन इन राइटिंग सो दैट कि अगर वो घर जाके कुछ रिफ्लेक्ट भी कर जाएं तो उसको रीड करके इंस्ट्रक्शंस को उसको टास्क पूरा कर दें। क्या
yeah
कहती हैं आप?
exactly you will yeah exactly like in some schools teacher will make a powerpoint slides or the word document that and give their students that this is your instructions and follow these instructions when you will finish your task.
और अगर पावरपॉइंट से नहीं भी दे सकते दे कैन यूज द वाइट बोर्ड प्रेजेंट इन द क्लासरूम टू राइट द instruction, and the instruction should be simple and clear, so and ask the children to note down all the instruction so they will
Yeah
not know the
exactly
instruction for themselves
it's to
for their help।
yes yeah it's totally up to the teacher that teacher किस तरीके से instructions देना चाह रही है if I am a
Yes।
teacher so I will provide the word document and I will explain the word document also in the class and मैं शेयर भी कर दूंगी बच्चों से कि आप इजीली क्योंकि आजकल के बच्चों को लिखने की इतनी आदत नहीं है जितना उनको लाइक डिजिटली काम करने की आदत है
ठीक है, चलिए नेक्स्ट।
Okay. So correct the hula hoop. Continuously check for any problems or issues with the flipped classroom approach. Monitor how students are doing. Listen to their feedback and make important improvements as necessary. Fix any problems to make the approach work better. And the strategies for flipping the classroom involves choosing the right lesson, giving tasks for students to do at home and focusing on important points letting students take control of their learning and fixing any problem along the way. These strategies help create a good learning environment and make the flipped classroom approach effectively. Okay, so the next is home task. In a flipping classroom, home tasks are assigned to students to be completed outside of class. These tasks serve as many as main learning materials for the lesson. Here are the some common types of home tasks. Like you will give the video, so students may be asked to watch educational videos related to the lesson topic. These videos can provide explanation, demonstrations, or examples to help students understand the concept. So mainly used at pre-primary or primary level, can be used at higher levels as well. The next is reading. Students may assign readings from textbook or articles or other written materials. So these readings provide information and background knowledge on the topic. Uh, you will give the uh, you will give the worksheets also. So students may be given worksheets or practice exercises to complete at home. And the next is presentation. You will give also the presentation. Students may be asked to prepare a presentation on a specific aspect of the lesson, so they can search and gather information to create a presentation and demonstrate their understanding on that topic. So this presentation can use from higher secondary level, not pre-primary level. Okay, so websites and articles,
Okay,
students may be,
can we add it as that pre-primary level? So definitely they cannot do presentation. They can present a little role plays, but
yeah.
क्या primary level पे हम इसको कर सकते हैं? Like from grade uh, 2 onwards or grade 3 onwards.
Uh, I think so. Four onwards होनी चाहिए. Four onwards, not two and three, because there are many schools, they will not digitalize, like उनके बच्चों को PowerPoint use करना नहीं आता, to be honest. But most of the schools are implement these digital skills in their schools. So children will know the how to use the PowerPoint and how to make a presentation. Websites articles, students may be directed to specific websites or online articles that provide additional information, resources, or interactive activities related to the lesson, so they can explore these online resources to deepen their understanding. Research, students may be tasked with conducting their own research on the lesson topic. They can use the books, websites, or other resources, gather information and present their findings, mainly used at higher secondary or undergraduate levels. Like when I am uh, at my university level, so my teachers will give the topic, and they told us that go and search the articles on that topic and write the findings of that topic. So we will search about it, but in school level, children will not read the articles, so they didn't know what are the findings and how to use, how to like know how to make a notes on the findings. So ये रिसर्च वाले टॉपिक को देने से पहले बच्चों को ये चीज पता होना चाहिए कि रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स को कैसे रीड करते हैं और उसमें से फाइंडिंग्स कैसे ढूंढते हैं.
Okay.
So if we conclude, the home task in Flip Classroom includes watching videos, reading complicating worksheets, preparing presentation, and these tasks provide students with opportunity to learn independently and explore the subject matter and actively engage with the lesson materials. So the last slide. Okay. Encouraging self-learning. What do you mean by encouraging self-learning? Okay, so the flipped classroom help us become independent learners. Students take responsibility for their learning by studying the lesson on their own at home. They can go at on their pace and review the material if they need it and think about themselves. Focus on concept. In this flipping the classroom, we focus on understanding the main ideas instead of just memorizing the topic or facts. So how to apply them in real life situations? Children will know that if this is a topic, so they will learn about the topic and they know the like this is the topic and this can be applied here in my real life. Integrate technology. Technology is a big part of the flipping classroom. We use things like online videos, interactive websites, and educational apps to learn, and it makes learning more interesting, and the children will prepare us for the digital world. Students as leaders. In the flipped classroom, students become active participants in learning. They get to explore the material, ask questions, and work with our classmates. They take charge of their education and become leaders in their own learning. So basically, the flipped classroom changes how students learn by studying course at home and replicating learning through interactive activities in class. Learners become independent, focus on understanding concept and using technology to learn and take the lead in education. Thank you.
Okay, so it was a great presentation. Thank you very much, Umme Habiba. It was nice to have you here, and we had a lovely discussion with you. Thank you very much for coming here.
Thank you so much.
Allah Hafiz.